Hey guys, what's up? This is Ben Gall for SB Nation. We're here to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals, which are now tied at 2 games apiece after the Indiana Pacers defeated the Miami Heat 99-92 on Tuesday night. What I loved about this game from Indiana's perspective was the start. I mean, clearly their season's on the line. If they drop Game 4 at home, they're not coming back. They're not going to be able to make up a 3-1 deficit when Miami's got 2 games at home. So they put it all on the line early. That's what you love to see. The crowd was behind them. There was no doubt about it. Indiana got off to an 11-0 start. Great start. Everybody's involved. If it's Roy Hibbert, if it's George Hill knocking down a three-pointer, whether it's Lance Stephenson getting to the basket a little bit, everybody's playing a role. That's Pacers basketball, and they did it right from the jump. Miami clearly looked stunned. They were able to fight back into this game, no question about it. It went down really to the final minute, but Indiana set the tone. That's what you love to see from a Pacers team, like I said, with their season on the line. Really, I think, again, and it seems like this has been the story throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. It's the fouls, it's the officiating, it's the flopping, it's all this nonsense. It's really overshadowing some really, really good basketball. Here, the big storyline, the big headline was LeBron James fouling out for just the 5th time ever in his 10-year NBA career. It's an astounding number. And really, what's even more interesting is just the 2nd time he's ever fouled out in the playoffs. Now, get this. These are some spooky similarities. LeBron fouled out of Game 4 of the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. After he fouled out, the Heat did not score another point. They went on to lose, and the series ended up tied 2-2. Every single thing I just said happened again here against the Pacers. LeBron James fouls out in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat don't score another point, and they go on to lose, and the series is tied 2-2. I mean, that to me is just crazy. What are the odds of that happening? Who knows? But what I do think it kind of proves the point of LeBron is the focal point of this Heat team. Everybody knows that. There's no question about it. Yes, they're the big three. They've got a lot of talent. Yes, they're very deep. They've got some excellent role players. But there's no question this team is different when he steps off the court. The numbers bear that out. He has a huge impact on both their offensive and defensive efficiency numbers. And he has a huge impact also on their psyche, I think, in late in games. Very tense games like this one. They just didn't look like the same team when they didn't have him after he went out. It almost seemed like, hey, this one's over. Now, LeBron took issue with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the fouls called on him out of 6 during the game. He disputed the last foul, which I did think was a foul when he stepped on Lance Stephenson's foot. He also disputed an elbow he kind of gave to David West. It didn't really seem like that elbow connected at the end of the 3rd quarter. He also disputed a block attempt on Paul George. When he thought he was going straight up, the referee thought he fouled Paul George during an and-one layup. That was a big momentum turner in the 4th quarter. And he also disputed a steal attempt on a Roy Hibbert drive where the big Pacers center was trying to go to the basket on the spin move. LeBron reached in a little bit, tried to knock the ball free. They got him for a foul call after he was originally called for an offensive foul, Hibbert that is. They changed that call, gave LeBron a strip or a swipe down foul, which obviously really made LeBron not so happy. So all in all, 4 foul calls that upset LeBron in one game. You don't see that too often either. But hey, if you're the Pacers, you're not complaining. And what you really love is the impact that's coming from Hibbert especially, but really everybody. We've spent a lot of time talking about the emergence of most improved player Paul George on the wing, but Hibbert's emergence has been just as big. It's harder to see because he's a big guy. He's got less refined skills. Maybe he's a little bit clunkier, so to speak. But his impact here was felt, no two ways about it. He finished with 23 points, 12 rebounds, shot an excellent 10 for 16 from the field. He's doing a lot of damage in the paint. That's what you expected, but you want to see him be able to follow through and deliver on that. And check the rebounding numbers, 49-30 in Indiana's favor. That's huge. Anytime they're going to have that kind of disparity, they should prevail in this series or really against anybody. So now what we've got set up is, a tie at 2-2, a best-of-3 series to determine who's going to face the San Antonio Spurs in the finals. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Remember, after LeBron tripped up against the Celtics earlier in that series last year, he came on to deliver probably his best game ever in Game 6 in Boston to really swing the momentum in that series. So we could be seeing some spectacular stuff. Okay, be sure to subscribe to SB Nation on YouTube and check out sbnation.com/NBA.